Excuse me, miss, have you seen this? It just came in. It's perfect for someone like you.
Right, with the half loop stitch on China silk?
Of course.
Well, the thing is, you can't use a half loop stitch on China silk. It'll pucker. And you didn't just get this in because I saw it in last May's Vogue. Also, didn't you know that spiteful gossip and talking behind a person's back is illegal in Indiana? You totally picked the wrong girl to try and fool. Indiana and Kentucky, Destiny Morse.
Phew, that wolf sure is scary. What big paws it had. What weird hair it had. Like a rat on top of its head. It almost looked like my grandma. Anyway, I think I'm supposed to tell you about my adventure in running around with some other wolves in Indiana and Kentucky. It all started in June when we hopped on a plane and flew halfway across the country to Kentucky to meet up with some Rainbow Girls for their Grand Assembly. Our hosts, Fairdale Assembly, threw a great big pool party on Thursday evening to get together before their Grand Assembly. We had the opportunity to meet the representative to California and get to know one another. We were even invited to explore the Kentucky Science Center with the Pledge Girls. We spent lots of time getting to know all of the girls and adults from Fairdale Assembly and got to figure out what this whole Kentucky Rainbow thing is all about. The Grand Worthy Advisor chose the theme, The Greatest Show on Earth. Her colors were Caribbean blue, yellow, and white. Her mascot was Dumbo the elephant. On Friday night, they held a reception for the Grand Worthy Advisor and Supreme Deputy. Those attending Grand Assembly formed a line and gave gifts to both of them. Saturday evening, we got to see each of the representatives dress up in a costume that resembled their representative state. And each assembly had a talent skit prepared to perform. They definitely knew how to put on the greatest show. Saturday was their formal opening, initiation, Grand Cross of Color ceremony, and closing. We were blown away to see that Kentucky Rainbow held a baby dedication ceremony, where new babies are dedicated to a life of rainbow. Isn't that unique? We also learned that each girl has the opportunity to apply for Grand Worthy Associate Advisor. After an interview process with the Supreme Deputy, she announces who she chose before grand announcements. We enjoyed a lovely time with the incoming Grand Worthy Advisor for her snack party and reception. Before we left the beautiful state of Kentucky, we were gifted a friendship award from their Supreme Deputy, Yaya. They made sure to make us feel extremely welcome. Talk about a whirlwind trip. Only 10 days after we returned from the greatest show, we hopped on a plane and headed to Nashville, Indiana for their scientific Grand Assembly. The Grand Worthy Advisor chose the theme Experimenting in STEM, and her colors were yellow, green, and purple, with touches of silver and gold. Her mascots were dinosaurs and plants, and her emblems were beakers, atoms, DNA, and lab coats. The grand service projects were to raise money to repair the fireplace of the HTC Lodge, collect pop tabs for the Ronald McDonald House, and raise money for Alex's lemonade stand. This year, Indiana Rainbow donated 1.6 million pop tabs to the Ronald McDonald House. Each song and most of their floor work was different from our jurisdiction. Indiana also holds a baby dedication as well as a bridal degree. I enjoyed seeing how different and unique each jurisdiction is from California. During announcements on Saturday afternoon, we watched as each of the line offices, besides Grand Worthy Advisor, were elected into their office. All of the Rainbow Girls were allowed to vote who they believe was best fit, based off an application process and those who signed up. Following dinner Saturday night, they held a fun tune party. There were lots of games on display and a fun karaoke party. We even had the exhilarating opportunity to play a game of bowling with inflatable dinosaurs as the pins. And boy, was that entertaining to see who could win the game. Yikes, my bread for grandma is getting soggy, and who would want to eat soggy bread? Chat soon, but maybe with a few less wolves around.